Hi guys, this is Christopher talking. Today we're gonna go through a couple examples based on the organic chemistry. So first off, we have 1, comma 3 dash dihydroxypropane dash 2 dash ONE. So to start off, we should know what ONE stands for. What each letter and each number stands for. So ONE, first of all, when it comes to ONE, we need to think of a ketone. This is a suffix for ketone. So what's a ketone? A ketone is an oxygen that bonds with two hydrocarbons. So after we know what ketone is, we can kind of get the ideas how to draw this. So first of all, let's draw the main chain. 1, 2, and 3, right? So 3, that already tells us the propane. Because propane has 3 numbers of carbon atoms. Next, we should know what the ONE, right? Since we know what ONE is, it's on 2, so we need to draw this stuff here. Let me give you a better visual, just in case. Here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is what it comes right now. This is what we have so far. And then next we have to figure out the first part. 1 and 3. Di, which means 2, hydroxy. Hydroxy. So there's a thing you have to know when it comes to hydroxy. So hydroxy, we can use the word HO to use it instead, or OH. It works both ways. So in this case, we can write as OH on both ends, or HO. It works the both way. So that's the end for the first part. Moving on to the next one. Methyl 3 bromo butane 08. So we have to. So first of all, what we need to figure out is the butane. What is a butane? And how many numbers of carbons they are? 4, right? So 4. Let's draw the main chain. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a 4, right? So that's a butane. And now there's a new concept we have to learn right now. OATE, which is the suffix for OATE. So let me give you example for OATE. So this is an oxygen, double bonds, with another oxygen at the end. This is how it looks like for OATE. Now, we need to know what the bromo is. Bromo is the short form for bromine, which also known as Br. So that's Br for bromo, and it's on 3. Methyl, which is the one, which on the numbers of carbon atom, which is 1. So let's draw this. So let's pick up a side. We can start off on left side. How's that? So first of all, we know that the OATE. We can start off with OATE. So OATE, this is how it looks like. Bond with oxygen. Here it comes with oxygen again, and there's bond with the hydrocarbons. So to start off, this is the 1, 2, and there's the 3. Let me see. Oh, sorry. This is the 1, 2, and 3. And see where it says, I'm sorry, my bad, the other way. 1, 2, and 3. So 3 is bonded with the bromo. Bromo, which we have Br in this case. And don't forget, there's a methyl. Methyl is 1. So here's a 1. And that's the end for the second part. So if you count this, basically there's 1, 2, and 3. 3 is bonded with the bromo, at the same time bonded with the methyl. So methyl goes here, bromo goes here, and there's OATE, which is this entire group. Just remember this when it comes to the test. Alright, third part. We're given with this chemical structure. What's the first thing we have to do? Figure out each part. For this section right here, we have Al. This represents Al, which only bonds, this is double bonds, but there's only one thing that connected. And this part right here, as we already know, methyl. And let's take a look at this part. En, which is the double bond, right? Suffix. And here is the methyl again. So we already know there's Al, En, and 2 methyls, which also, in other words, we can call it dimethyl. So we need to figure out which way we should start. Let's start from left to right, because left side is more polar than the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there are 7 of them. What's the letters to represent 7? Hapt. That bonds with what? Hold on, let me readjust this. This is the hap, right? And then we need to figure out there's the di-en. Because you know the one thing, the front part is the side chain, and the part after hapt is the main chain. Main chain, we're going from less to more. Side chain, we're going the other way, so more to less. So we need to figure out what the next thing is. There's the 5, right? So 5 comes next with the En. Originally, we should write as ENE, but in this case, there's another thing that comes with the En, because there's it's a shortened form, so usually we write as ENE, but if there's something right behind the ENE, we should be shortened as EN for the suffix. Next, we have 1 Al. So for the side chain, what do we need to do? Exactly. So there's 2, 6, di, methyl, because basically methyl is on 2 and 6, so we call it dimethyl, and we just need to simply write the numbers instead of we're just gonna write it separately. So there's 2, 6 dash dimethyl, hapt dash 5 dash En dash 1 dash Al. This is the final answer for question number 3. Lastly, we come to this equation. Now, many people think of OH, difference between OH and HO. It's essentially the same thing, but what we need to use this instead is OL. This is the suffix for OL. It's the same thing, but just change the initials letters. So in this case, it comes with H, and here the first letter is the O. But it's essentially the same thing. So on the test, it might confuse you with this kind of concept. But don't worry, we're gonna go through this together. We can either so in this case we can either to count from left to right or right to left. So let's start from left to right. 2 and 3. So in this case, we have 3 number of carbon atoms. What's the thing to represent 3? Exactly, propane. And what do we need to do now? Or propane, we can also write as prop. This is a short form. And then what is it propane bond with for the side chain? Exactly, OH, OH, and another OH. What is the prefix for 3 things when you bond together? So there's 1, 2, and 3. So it's called tri. Tri is the thing that we need to use in this case. So when you bond together, tri-OL. So this appears, OH appears on 1, 2, and 3. So in this case, propane 1, 2, 3 dash trail. Let me read this out loud for all of the answers again. So for the first one, we have this formula. For the second one, we have this one. And remember this is the part that where confuses many people. And they might thought this is the oxygen, but in this case, it's the whole thing. The thing is now separated, but just keep in mind that it's a OATE. And this part right here, we had the final answer 2,6 dash dimethyl hept dash 5 dash en dash 1 dash al. Final answer for the third one. And for the fourth one, which is the last one, we have the propane dash 2 dash propane dash 1 dash 2 dash propane dash 1, 2, 3 dash trial. That's the end of the course assessment test 1. Thank you for your listening, and I will see you next time.